Today, court has come out to nullify the Kawempe North by-election, and it has come out to throw Erias NALUUKOLA, the NUP winner, out of parliament. I think this is a sad day for the judicial system of Uganda, because it's coming out to give out bogus rulings. In a ruling which was given out by Justice Namamnya, he came out to say, and I quote, "The court has reached the decision to set aside the election of Luimba's Erias NALUUKOLA as a member of parliament for the Kawempe Division North constituency for two main reasons. One, voters in the constituency, including NAMBI FARIDAH, Chigongo, were denied the right to vote, disenfranchised, which affected the result of the election and in a substantial manner. Two, Luimba's Erias NALUUKOLA personally campaigned on the election day at Mbogo Primary School playground and Kazo Angola office polling station, which is an offense under section 106. Order of the court. Therefore, in accordance with the section 80(2)(4) and 80(2)(6) of the Parliamentary Election Act, I order as follows: the election of Luimba's Erias NALUUKOLA as a directly elected member of parliament for Kawempe North constituency in Kampala district is set aside. Two, that the seat for the directly elected member of parliament for Kawempe North division constituency in Kampala district is declared vacant. Three, the electoral commission is ordered to conduct a free election for directly elected member of parliament for Kawempe North by-election in Kampala. Four, that each party shall meet its own cost. That is a ruling which was given out by the judge declaring the Kawempe North by-election vacant. But the main reasons given in that ruling is: one, NALUUKOLA blocked people from voting on the election day. Two, that he campaigned on the last day. So the purpose of this video, I've come to discuss this ruling so that we can dive into what it means, because it's our right to not agree with the judgment but to accept it. So I'm not in agreement, and I'm going to give you the reason as to why I'm not in agreement with the judgment. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagiri. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. One, Kampala has always been a stronghold of the opposition. And when a crack in the door emerged after the late Segrinya died, Museveni and the NRM wanted this constituency badly. In fact, we saw all tribes of armed forces, from the UPDF, from the judge, from the SFC, clobbering people. Even on the election day, members were seen on the polling station. Ladies and gentlemen, in our constitution, a gun, a member, or an ammunition is not allowed to be near a polling station. But we saw it.
Kino kyekire Kawempe ngobesayo kubala akalulu ono ku muzikiti omusajja bamukubye wali n'afa batuyiyemu amaje n'emmamba ziizo muziraba bokisi emu ey'obululu ebuze bokisi ebuze tetumanyi gyeri.
Abantu bali mirembe gyabwe bo bali mu kubataataaganya, bali mu kubagobawo, tebaagalawo muntu n'omu basobole okubeera nga babba obululu. Yeyo embeera eriwo. Bawambye ekisaawe kyonna wano ku muzikiti gwa Mbogo. Wonna bawambyewo, bonna bayimiridde abantu baagala bagobewo baveewo. Tebaagalawo muntu yenna.
Now the judge is coming out to say that people were blocked from voting and it highly affected the votes, okay, which are not in agreement. Secondly, what pains me more is that the same things happen during the presidential election, where people are intimidated, where people are blocked from voting. We've never seen judges coming out to throw out the election petition. Yet even in the presidential election, we see more harsh grounds that can lead to a presidential contest to be nullified. Okay? 2, how can you tell me that Nakalo campaigned on the election day? I know it breaks the rules, but let me assume that in the areas in which he campaigned in, even if those votes were given to NAMBI, would it turn the victory? Of course not. Okay, so that ruling is so unfortunate. Okay, it is not up to standards. Secondly, to be fair, I also don't think that Erias is going to go out of parliament, because you are nearly 5 months to the next election. That means even this election petition took 2 months. I think it's the fastest. Election petition take long in the corridors of justice. This one took only 2 months. Let me assume, because I know NALUUKOLA is going to appeal to the Court of Appeal. So let me assume even if it takes 2 more months in the Court of Appeal, NALUUKOLA will still be in parliament, because for one to go out of parliament, you must exhaust all courts of law. For example, for you to incarcerate me, if you take me to a high court and the court rules against me, I may appeal to the Court of Appeal as the status quo remain. And even if you defeat me in the Court of Appeal, I will go to the Supreme Court. So I think NALUUKOLA is going to appeal to the High Court. So let me assume even if it is done so quickly in 2 months, today, right now, next month is June, July, then it goes in the Supreme Court. By the time this thing ends, we shall be in September. So I don't think NALUUKOLA is going to go out of parliament. But the ruling of itself, it is allowed within the constitution to criticize ruling, to accept, not to agree with the ruling. It is very fine. So the ruling was unfortunate, but I don't think NALUUKOLA will go out of parliament. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. See you on another one. Peace.